What if I told you that you don't need talent, money, or even a perfect memory to learn any language? Most people think language learning is hard, but the truth is, it only feels hard because they learn it the wrong way. In this video, I'm going to show you how to learn any language easily even if you are starting from zero. No complicated grammar rules, no boring memorization, just simple, real methods that actually work. Let's start. 1. Stop trying to be perfect. One of the biggest reasons people never become fluent in a new language is not because they're bad at languages, but because they are trying to be perfect from the very beginning. They think every sentence must be correct. Every word must be exactly right. Every grammar rule must be followed with no mistakes. And because of that pressure, they stay silent. They don't speak. They don't try. They wait until they feel ready. But here is the truth that most learners never hear: you will never feel perfectly ready. And that's completely normal. Language is not a school exam. It is a tool for communication. Its purpose is not to be perfect, its purpose is to connect with other people. Think about children learning their first language. They don't start by studying grammar rules. They don't worry about mistakes. They simply try, repeat, copy, and speak even if everything is wrong at the beginning. And that is exactly why they become fluent. Now compare that to adult learners. Many adults are afraid of making mistakes. They think mistakes are something bad, something embarrassing. But in reality, mistakes are not the problem, silence is the problem. Because every time you stay silent, you are not learning. You are just delaying your progress. Speak before you feel ready. Because confidence does not come before speaking, it comes after speaking. The more you speak, even imperfectly, the more natural it becomes. The more mistakes you make, the more your brain learns. And slowly, without even noticing, you stop being afraid. And that is the real beginning of fluency. 2. Listen every day, even if you don't understand. One of the most important secrets in language learning is simple: listen every day. Not grammar, not memorizing words, just listening. You learned your first language this way. You didn't study rules as a child, you listened for years, even when you understood nothing at first. And the same method works now. Many learners make a mistake. They think they should only listen when they understand everything. But in reality, it works the opposite way. You understand more later because you listen now. Even if you understand only a small part, your brain is still learning. It is noticing sounds, patterns, pronunciation, and common phrases without you realizing it. That's why you should surround yourself with the language every day: YouTube videos, movies with subtitles, podcasts, English content during free time. At first, it may feel like nothing is changing. But in reality, your brain is building fluency step by step in the background. And one day, you will suddenly understand sentences without translating. That's when you realize it was working all along. Your brain is learning, even when you don't notice it. 3. Speak every day, even to yourself. A lot of learners think they can only improve speaking if they have a partner or a teacher. But that's not true at all. You don't need anyone else to start speaking English. In fact, you can begin right now alone. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to train your mouth, your brain, and your confidence to use the language naturally. You can start very simply. Talk to yourself during the day, even in small moments. Describe what you are doing in English. I am cooking now. I am going to school. I am cleaning my room. It doesn't need to be complicated. Even short sentences are powerful. You can also repeat sentences you hear from videos or movies. Copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation exactly like native speakers. For example, now I am making coffee. I am going to school. I feel tired but happy. At first, it may feel strange or even awkward. But that is completely normal. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. And slowly, something important happens: your brain stops translating and starts thinking in English. Speaking every day builds confidence faster than anything else. 4. Think in the new language. This is one of the biggest game changers in language learning. Most people have a habit. They first think in their native language, then translate everything into English in their head. Because of this, speaking becomes slow, stressful, and unnatural. But real fluency starts when you stop translating and begin thinking directly in the language. At first, don't try to create long or difficult sentences. Start with very small thoughts during your day. For example, I am tired. I want water. I need to study. I am going home. These simple thoughts train your brain to use English naturally instead of depending on translation. The more you do this, the faster your speaking becomes. You stop searching for every word in your head and start reacting automatically. And that is the moment English begins to feel like a real language in your mind, not just something you study in a textbook. Simple thoughts every day lead to real fluency. 5. Be consistent, not perfect. One of the biggest myths in language learning is thinking you need to study for hours every single day to become fluent. But the truth is, fluency is not built in one long study session. It is built through small daily habits repeated again and again. You don't need 5 hours a day. You just need consistency. Even 10 to 20 minutes daily can completely change your level over time. Why? Because your brain learns languages better through regular exposure, not through rare moments of intense studying. When you practice a little every day, your brain keeps the language active. Words stay in your memory longer, speaking becomes more natural, and learning feels less stressful. Many people study hard for one day, then stop for a week. And every time they return, they feel like they forgot everything. But consistent learners improve faster because they stay connected to the language every day, even in small ways. 1. Watching a short video. 2. Learning a few new words. 3. Listening to a podcast. 4. Speaking for a few minutes. Small daily effort may not feel powerful in one day, but after months, the results become incredible. Consistency is the real secret of fluency. Stop comparing yourself to others. Some people learn faster, some slower, but comparing yourself to others destroys motivation. Language learning is not a race. Somebody may speak better than you today, but that does not matter. The only important thing is becoming better than you were yesterday. Even small progress matters. 1. Understanding one more sentence. 2. Remembering one more word. 3. Speaking with a little less fear. That is real improvement. Focus on your own journey, not someone else's timeline. Enjoy the process. If learning feels painful all the time, you will eventually quit. That's why enjoying the process is so important. Learn through things you genuinely like. 1. Movies. 2. Gaming. 3. Sports. 4. Music. 5. YouTube videos. 6. Interesting conversations. When you enjoy the language, your brain pays more attention and remembers more naturally. The best learners are not always the smartest. Usually, they are the people who simply didn't stop. Don't learn words, learn phrases. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is memorizing single words without context. For example, learning only the word take doesn't really help much, because this word has many meanings. Instead, learn full phrases. 1. Take a break. 2. Take your time. 3. Take a picture. Your brain remembers language faster when it learns patterns, not isolated words. And when you learn phrases, you start sounding more natural automatically. Native speakers don't build sentences word by word in their heads. They use ready-made language patterns. Learn phrases, not just vocabulary lists. Your brain doesn't learn languages when you study hard, it learns when you stop feeling threatened. Here's something most people never realize. Your brain learns faster when you feel safe, relaxed, and curious, not stressed and afraid. A lot of learners sit down and immediately put pressure on themselves. I must remember this. I can't make mistakes. I sound stupid. I'm too slow. And because of that pressure, the brain starts focusing more on fear than learning. Psychologists often explain that stress changes the way we process information. When you are anxious, your brain becomes defensive. It stops experimenting naturally and starts trying to avoid embarrassment. That's why some people study for years but still freeze during simple conversations. Not because they are incapable, but because their brain connects speaking with fear. Now think about moments when learning felt easy. Maybe while watching a movie you loved, listening to music, laughing at a video, talking to someone without pressure. Why did it feel easier? Because your brain was relaxed. And relaxed brains absorb language much faster. This is why children learn languages so naturally. They are not constantly judging themselves. They repeat things thousands of times without shame. Adults, however, often try to protect their ego instead of training their language skills. But fluency begins when you stop trying to sound impressive and start allowing yourself to sound imperfect. Because the truth is, people who become fluent are usually not the least awkward learners. They are the learners who were willing to be awkward long enough to improve. The moment you stop being afraid of sounding bad is often the exact moment your speaking finally starts growing. So if you ever thought, I'm too late to learn a language, I'm not talented enough, I'll never sound fluent, forget that, because fluency is not a talent reserved for a small group of people. It is simply the result of small daily actions repeated over time: listening, speaking, making mistakes, trying again, and never giving up. And one day, without even realizing it, you will watch a video and understand it naturally. You will speak without translating in your head. You will express your thoughts without fear. And in that moment, you'll realize something powerful. You were capable all along. The only thing you needed was consistency, patience, and the courage to keep going even when progress felt invisible. So start today. Start imperfectly. Start slowly. But start. Because every single sentence you hear, every mistake you make, and every small effort you repeat is building the future version of yourself, the version that speaks fluently and confidently. And trust me, that version of you is closer than you think.